And we're live on a thirsty Thursday. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, Starseed, earth angel, mystic medium, psychic witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Today is my favorite day of the week. It is a Jupiter day, full of expansion. It is the day of Sagittarius. I am all of this greatness. I am Jupiterian. How are you doing? In order to keep up with me, you would have to catch my last video. Hey, you need to learn how to take a baptism, bro. I just heard this lady at the front desk telling people that she took a bath with some Epsom salt. Then the guy was like, I found out what happens if you use too much. I was like, what happens? He's all, you get diarrhea. Okay. I never use too much. I probably should have specified that. I use like half a cup. They tell you on the bag to use like a whole cup or two. I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. I probably should have put that in the small print for the small guys. Anyway, so I taught you guys about baptisms. I didn't teach you about grounding. I was just like, nah, bro. There's like so many fucking goofy ass spiritualists that teach you how to meditate. You can go to they're called yoga classes, bro. That's literally the definition of meditation is yoga. Go find a yoga class that teaches you how to breathe. Oh, you're asking the fire sign how to sit still? No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to get irritated trying to teach you that something like that. Oh, God. Anyways, yeah, and then there was all the shit I posted in my community page. I want to show you some magic, how the magic happens. Really, there's no fucking magic to it all. I just kind of go with how it feels. I'll show you. So here's the bag. I already pulled out all the dark cards. Put them over there. I'm like, well, what the fuck you can see that I can't really see anything. I'm just going to grab. It's a grab and go situation. And realistically, I don't want anything heavy duty. I feel like that's... Yeah, these are all my light cards. So it's like... Ew, that's heavy duty. How about a bunch of these goofy little angel messages? Those are cool. Let's do some goofy angel messages. Yeah, all these little goofy guys that come with a guidebook. That's what I'm doing right now. This is how you do lazy. How do you do lazy? Anything that comes with a guidebook, I'll take. So I don't have to... No, not that one. What about these? I'm filling these. Filling it. Alright, that's how we get the message. Really? Yeah, because I'm in tune. You go by your feelings. It's a gut feeling. Feel it? I feel it. I don't feel it. I feel it. So let's see. What did I post on my community page? Holy hell, bro. Holy hell, bro. Holy hell, bro. 3 o'clock in the morning, I was woke up. Boosh! Get up. What the fuck, bro? Alright, well, I went to bed super duper early, and again, I didn't walk my dog, so I was like, alright, I will walk the dog. So I go out there, and there's a person out there that I've talked to before. I'll say a person. And this person's walking up and they're like, dude, I just woke up out of nowhere. I was like in the deepest sleep I've ever been in and woke up out of nowhere. I was like, me too. I was like, but the person was like, but I had a dream, bro. I was like, I was in a dream and I never remember my dreams. I was like, me too. What'd you dream? They're like, well, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. Kind of what would be somewhat of a stranger. When I was young, I was sexually abused. And in my dream, I was laying in the bed, and the person was at the edge of my bed. I was like, ooh. You serious? Yeah, bro. There's a lot to talk about like that. First off, this person needed someone to talk to about this. They just had an unbelievable nightmare of repressed memories that came up in the middle of their sleep. I was woke up out of my fucking slumber to be out there for this person when they needed it. And then you're like, damn, here's the next thing. Do people just always talk? Yup. They're safe with me. They feel safe. Strangers all the time tell me about their sexual abuse. Why? It's a spirit thing. Their spirit tells them tell her. First off, they know I'm different. They know that anybody that sees and knows me knows that I'm the witch. Or something. If they don't know me as the witch, they know me as the spiritualist. They know me as something, not normal. So that gives them... You can just judge me right away and see I'm not like other people. And when I talk to you, I'm kind, and I'm helping, and I'm direct, and everything I say is true. So people feel safe. And so I found that unbelievable that, you know what I mean, I was called at 3 o'clock in the morning to go minister. And the first thing I said is, and the most important thing to everybody that I can talk to, you know, reach and teach about this. First off, whoever the person is that abused you, we know that child sexual abuse or abuse is not normal. They normalized it because they themselves had been abused first, or in the presence of abuse. People don't just become abusive. One of my biggest parts of my story is teaching that what happens is you either continue to be abused for the rest of your life, or you turn into an abuser. Meaning you turn that power, you take that sexual power that was used against you and you use it against others. Okay? But, so that's what I told him right away. I was told that person, I was like, whoever did this to you, it was done to them before they did it to you. And that's how we start the healing process. With what? Forgiveness. For who? Our enemies. Why did they do this to us? Is always the thing. Whether it's sexual abuse, manipulation, lies, cheating, whatever. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Is always what it comes down to, right? If it's something not that serious. Why didn't they? Because they were afraid. They're children that made a huge mistake and will do anything to hide their mistake. Because they're afraid of the consequences. Everybody's afraid of consequences. If people found out. I'm not in a place yet where I've gotten to meet pedophiles, the actual abusers. I've known a couple people that have been opened up about their incest stories that were kind of abusers. I've kind of learned to understand that kind of attraction. And that's like, you know, two people on an island. There's not much to, you know, else to do. They made a weird movie about it. I think it was with Brooke Shields when she was like 13. Shit like that. So, but I haven't got to a place to speak with these people to understand if it is a desire, like it's an actual attraction to small people, or if it's just the access, you know what I mean? So like, men will take time to go masturbate just because it's accessible. It's like, oh, this is what I'll do. It's like, is it just a tick? Is it just a temptation? Is it just the taboo? Or is it an actual this? Do you know what I mean? And so I haven't got into the psychology of the abusers. I'm only working through mine as the abused and with other abuse victims. But in the end, yeah, there's two sides to every coin. There's two sides to every coin, and nobody wants to hear why they do what they do. Nobody has studied these particular type of people, but there's a lot of them. And you deem them just like every other type of people that does something that's ungodly as evil. So that happened at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. And as weird as it is, it's not, because I'm a person that can have this conversation and you're safe, and this is what I feel honored that you feel safe to let this out, and I can take it and it won't hurt me, and you letting it out frees you. It's a whole thing, bro. Like, I'm a service to people that have been, you know what I mean, mutilated. I can actually come. That's my alchemy, bro. That's my real true power, is I can bring light to dark situations. I can release people of their pain and suffering, little by little. They have to take actionable steps to work into this, but I can take the edge off for sure. I can give it understanding, and through understanding, everything can grow. So I was really honored about that, but at the same time, like, damn. And that goes back to being a high priestess. You don't get to choose when or who or what. And I was really just out there with my dog staring at the morning star and all of the fucking stars, just, being out there. It's beautiful to be out there at those hours. The stars are the brightest, and there's only you and the stars. They flicker at you. You get these light codes. You get feelings and messages. I guess if you're in tune. But anyways, that's what it was. It was at that specific time. That's what I was meant to do. be a light in a dark place. And it doesn't matter if I'm sleeping or if I'm whatever. God calls me to where he needs me to be. Okay, now, that was what happened. Now, this morning I woke up and there was all kinds of bullshit. Bullshit. I just want to tell you, when you go back to sleep and then try to wake back up like that, a couple hours later, it's very difficult. If you didn't already know, you might as well just stay awake. I'm telling you, seriously. It's always harder when you trying to wake back up. You know what I mean? Anyway, so then this morning, what did I see? All kinds of stupid shit. I had listened to Steve's Love Tarot. I was waiting for this to apply in my life. Because I had already heard it, I heard it played out in Diana's life. So, dude, she catches all those fucking videos. Dude, you are literally talking to her life all the time. I hear it play out every day in her life. Anyways, it's talking about they're going to come back and try to impress you. I was like, oh, this should be good. I'm going to sit around and wait for someone to show me something. So the first thing in this morning, I got Mike Stud's always trying to, you know, I don't know if it's, maybe it's not you, and I don't find it cute. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, fucking Russ has been doing this since the beginning. Some of them, I think it's cute, you know, when Marshall talks to me through the stories and shit like that, but I don't think it's cute what you're doing. I've always found it to be competitive, where you're trying to show me that you know something. I don't like it. So then I shared this whole video about grounding and all of these videos, and then he comes out with this, you know, podcast where he's sitting down talking about, you know, mastering himself. After he mastered himself, he learned how to master life. And after I sit outside and blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure, but you're sitting next to your all-material girlfriend who has an addiction to caffeine and masturbating. So who are you teaching this to? And it's all whatever, bro. And that's what I said. I posted. I was like, you're always trying to impress somebody with the books you've read. How about taking the actions? You want to impress me, guys? Then do something I've never seen done before. Which is what? Walk in truth. Stop trying to show off all the time. I can't stand it. And if there wasn't another show off, here comes fucking Kanye. He's gonna release a documentary. I wonder where they all got the idea from, because I've only been talking about it for 2.5 years. Anyways, and so here's another one, where he's gonna tell us what? You're gonna show us a replay of your failures? And now we have to hear your commentary to how you thought this was the right move? Or they're dumb, or whatever. Who cares about your opinion about your life? We saw it. We were allowed to. Do you think that your fucking documentary is going to change the past? A documentary is to show people something they didn't know about a life. Right? We were all there. You're going to tell us something we didn't know? You're going to tell us what was going on in your head when you did it? Is that supposed to gain some kind of compassion? There's no way. What are you, gaslighting? You want people... Your last documentary didn't even do that well. And that one was on Netflix. Nobody cares about your fucking life, bro. I went to your Instagram and it said 270 something, 60, whatever, something billion and counting. That's all you're doing, bro. You know what we're doing? We're counting the days till you die. Your life is over. It serves no purpose. You're here just to take. You need that ego boost, Kanye West. You have nothing to live for. You are a horrible fucking man, bro. You are not a father. You're not a performer. You're not a producer. You're not a rapper. You're not a fucking nothing, bro. You're nothing. And that's what it said. Wasn't it your words? Wasn't it your words in your fucking song? Jesus don't walk nowhere around you, bro. You step all over that bullshit, bro. And you think that your story matters? That's why God said, give them time. Let them all blow their fucking loads. That's exactly what God said. He said, let them blow their loads. Let them put out everything they can put out. Let them put their own fires out, is what he showed me. You're not pulling off of me, bro. You pull out of your own bag, and there's nothing in there. What are we going to talk about, Kanye? How you failed at your marriage? You failed at every contract you ever had? How you fucking failed at music? Have you failed at being a father and a performer and a billionaire? How you failed at the presidential race? You're a walking failure. We have a documentary on your failures, and you spent money to broadcast your failures. Do you remember that clap? Do you remember who told you to be better? Do better? Shh, here comes Pac. I see no changes. And that goes back to you, Mike Stud, bro. You're repeating the words that you read in a book, bro. The difference between my life and yours is I walk these actual words, bro. I'm an actual walking testimony to spirituality. You're a walking testimony to failure. Go ahead, let's put out a documentary of Lewis Hamilton now. All his wins equal what? Failure. I'm sorry, Marshall, that whole documentary was about what? Your failures? Or your wins? It doesn't matter. You're living in the past. It's all old. There's nothing new about you. 1 foot in the grave is all you got. And then, of course, you couldn't go out without Russ sharing, look at me. Look at what I've accomplished. A whole bunch of generation of look at me's. Please look at me. Just look at me. Please look at me. Oh, God. I'm going to throw up now. And then to top it off, here comes Wolfman with a Sagittarius video. You hurt them, but they love you to the moon. What? Your feelings are hurt? It's my favorite thing about humanity, and that's I laughed my way all the way up the building thinking about this. Did I offend you? I offended your way of life. I offended your family. I offended your morals. I offended your beliefs. Lilith offended you. God's daughter, the darkness, the rebellious, offended you. And in your defense, you plan to do what? What are you going to do about it? I hurt your feelings. What are you going to do with those hurt feelings? Kanye, Bobby, Logic, Royce, Lewis, Marshall. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to get me back for hurting your feelings and offending you and talking about your shit-ass children, your shit-ass lives, and your shit-ass wives? What is your plan of attack? I'm listening. Okay, you're not going to do shit to me, but how dare you think you're going to do shit to anybody that offends you and your little hurt feelings, humanity. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Did they hurt your feelings? You're walking around with hurt feelings, and that gives you a right to sit here being defensive and fucking obstructive to everybody? Because you got a chip on your shoulder. You're holding on to some heartbreak. Somebody said something mean. You're fat. You're lazy. You're useless. You're never going to be nothing. And you walk around in it. Nobody loves me. They hate me. And I'm supposed to... And what? That gives you a right to go shooting children, beat up people, and steal things, and lie and cheat, and be corrupt because your feelings are hurt because the world didn't bend over and give you what you wanted? Shut up. Shut up. And that's, as soon as I said it, it's like, then here comes Ali with his little hurt feelings. I need no hurt feelings. I got rejected. By who? Your first girlfriend? Have you ever had another? I blame your mother. Did I offend you, Allie? Was it that one? How many times have I offended you? What are you going to do in that offense? What's your defense for your hurt feelings? Okay, now here's the fun part. How I hurt your feelings? Did I say something that wasn't true? Did I say something that wasn't true? So you're defensive to the truth? And you're going to attack me because it's your truth that you're hiding and you don't want no one to know? And now that I've told everyone, you want to what? You want to do what? What, Kanye West, with your fucking test tube babies? What? You couldn't... I don't know if you could even get it up to make a couple babies. And your washed up wives... You have one hell of a game plan there. Your 2 ex-wives. Okay. Going on to it, guys. I'm just telling you, yeah, I'm here. I'm definitely going to make fun of your fucking life, your way of life. Why? Because you live like everyone else. You want to impress me? Show me something different. Show me something I don't see every time I walk out the door. You think that you're special, bro. You're a whole special breed trying to compete with everybody else. You're trying to be something that someone else has already done and been. There's only one of me. There's 1,000 yous. Just out here for the views. Only fans with your ass out. Ass. Yeah, that would be you too, Big Sean. You didn't even marry the girl. You just put your dick in all fucking bare bald and you just made a baby. That makes you a father and a husband and a good you're good. Oh my god. Anyways, moving on. As I told him in that fucking post, I was like, yeah, I told him I made fun of his entire way of being. And I shot my arrows. Oh, let's talk about that. I forgot. I shot my arrows of love into the sunset and rode away as the Knight of Wands. And as I said that, the Eight of Wands. Let's talk about that. Who am I versus who are you? Well, you know, there's you, and then there's me. Ooh, the tower. You guys got a lot going on. The truth shall set you free. There should be a tower tomorrow. For those that don't know, as happy as I am today, tomorrow I, probably not you, will deal with more shadow work. Because I am forever progressing towards enlightenment. So I will choose to enlighten myself tomorrow and face the truth. You let that truth transform me, which is what? A new perception on old pain, if you will. Give me a second. I'm trying to find a card here. Well, obviously. Truce. No truce. No truce, bro. No truce. I forgive you and all, but move on with your bullshit. 100,000%. Okay. So, for those that don't know, these are the cards of the fire signs. And we can sit there and poke jokes. Nobody ever calls it a Leo. They ain't got no drive. You ain't got no drive. I have never heard the Knight of Wands referred to as a Leo. It's either an Aries or a Sag, and I don't think it's an Aries at all. Why? Because you guys are pinned down trying to search for your reality. This is also a sign of, you know what I mean, the fire signs. It's taking action. Sagittarius is actually known as the Temperance card in this. But as a fire sign, that's what I said. So my punchline was, I shot my Eight of Wands, my arrows of love, Eight of Wands, and took off, galloping. Let me explain what that means. I went to the Nine of Pentacles. Gain. Hey, you know what they asked me on the front door? She's like, can you help me with the lotto numbers? I was like, I'm working on that on my own. I'm not going to give you something that I don't got. Get the fuck out of my face with that. It's like, even I'm buying tickets to this one. Are you serious? Are you? Yeah, of course. You can't win if you don't play. Alright. The Eight of Wands marks the end of a period of inactivity and indicates that this is time to be up and doing. Things are about something new and exciting is coming. Perhaps a message, a career, a business, a romance, or a creative project. Okay, what this really means is take your shot and go find out where it landed. It's really what it means, is step out and take a shot. And that's why I say, you know, us Sagittarius, we're always taking shots, bro. We don't give a shit. We're known for that. We're known for, the Sagittarius itself is known for, it's the archer. We're known for shooting our arrow. On the pursuit of retrieving it, we shoot another one and just go a different direction. We get tired of going back to retrieve old shit. We'd rather shoot another arrow and have another adventure than go back. So, like, if we were Happy Gilmore, if we didn't make it in the first time, then we're not going to do it again. We're not going to go chase that ball and make sure that ball makes it home. We don't care. We have another one. Hawkeye. Pull out another one. In the essence, there's always and another one. DJ Khaled like, right? Don't delay, but strike now while the iron is hot. You're going to be very busy indeed, and you have plenty of you have the energy to reach your goals and accomplish great deals in a short time, as everything is set to run smoothly. Life is good and full of adventure, and you could involve travel. Your imagination will now flow freely, and any creative blocks you've experienced will have been broken through. However, However, if you are not you are warned not to make hasty decisions, as the Eight of Wands is about structured action and progress. And that means having a direction. Like if you're gonna shoot at a beast, make sure you kill it. Don't just be shooting arrows, starting fires. Make sure that this one strikes, is what it is. It's like I had every intention for this arrow to, bring me back a meal, but I mean, it got away. I'll find another one. I'll be back later. Reverse meaning. Things don't seem to be moving at all. You may have lost your enthusiasm, or perhaps you're leaving everything to the last minute and trying to complete your task in a hasty panic. I love this old saying. He's all, procrastinate now, don't wait. That's a great saying, isn't it? That's so great. Procrastinate now, don't wait. I'm in no hurry to do anything. I like to start up the project, but I'm not in a hurry to finish it to get ahead of the crowd. Like, I want to have this done by Thursday so I can enjoy Friday. Dude, I'll spend all Friday doing it and turn it in. I'll do it Sunday night and turn it in Monday. I don't give a shit as long as it's done. As long as I'm prepared. Everybody has different techniques. When you go into college, that's one of the first classes you really... I can't remember what it was. But it teaches you that. Learning techniques and shit like that. Everybody learns different. You know what I mean? Everybody attacks obstacles and puzzles differently. They all have a different sense of problem-solving skills. So if you are a person that waits to the last minute, is it because it wasn't important until you realized, oh fuck, I gotta do this? And that'll be my daughter, bro. She'll wait till she completely doesn't think about her homework the entire weekend, and then Sunday night's like, oh my god. That's the person you don't want to... That's not what we're talking about. But it's like, okay, you make a plan. It's like, all right, I can take care of this on Tuesday. I'll get this part for Wednesday. Like, if you're going to build a structure or something, you're making, I don't know, a fucking volcano. You'll go on Tuesday and go get the, the board. And then you'll get the materials on Wednesday. And It's little actionable steps, not waiting to the last minute. Because that's dangerous. You'll miss the things if you've lost all this time and you didn't actually invest any of your time into it. Give it at least some thought. Shit. Meaning, like, when you leave Friday, let me think about when I might want to do my homework, not completely forget I have homework for the weekend. And why does she have homework? I don't know. No kids at books. I don't know what she's doing. I'm just saying. Let's see. The Eight of Wands are often called the arrows of love. So romance could be in the air. Be bold and seize the opportunity. I'm gonna love the shit out of you. That's what I said. I'm going to shoot my arrows of love. What the fuck you think I'm chasing? I'm not chasing shit. I want to go back to that. As far as, Bobby? Bro. You're sabotaging it. Bro, what are you talking about? Would you like to build a relationship with a married man? Then don't tell me. Then don't tell me. Don't tell me shit, bitch. Don't tell me shit, bitch. Don't tell me not to love him because I tried all that. Don't tell me not to be around him because I tried all that. Don't tell me shit. I've tried everything. Don't tell me shit. When you fall in love with someone that's with someone else, then we can have a conversation of how painful this is and how badly you wish it would go away. Don't tell me shit. And as far as hurting his feelings, okay, and it's a hurtful situation. This is nothing but hurt feelings. Anyways, and we're talking, does he have feelings? You say just because he's a Scorpio he does, but he exhibits none. He's a fucking narcissist, a sociopath that only cares about pleasure, not feelings. Doesn't really give a shit that he's fucking using me, his wife, his whole life to fucking make himself feel better about his sad situation. And is that alone what pissed him off? Is me talking about that? Why would I call him a small dick? Because he said it, not me. He said it, not me. When I offered to have sex with him, he's like, I have a small dick. Well, I mean, if you're broadcasting it, I guess it's okay to say. Do you say this to everyone? Well, then why the fuck did you say it to me if you don't want it repeated? And that goes back to it. It's like, yeah, you want me to just shut up and hold your secrets? What's your fucking secret? Why don't you deal with it, and then you can have pride in your fucking small dick. I'm not against a small dick, but at the same time, I told him, I was like, I don't believe that's true, and whatever it is, I seem to still want it. And that's exactly what I said. And you think I don't know? It was in my mouth, stupid. So what are you fucking offended of? Or was it the fact that I was like, I'll tell your fucking wife. You never considered that might happen? I saw it in a fucking vision. Fuck that. I'll tell her before she catches me. She's gonna catch you before she catches me, because I ain't doing nothing wrong. And that's what it is. What are you mad about, bro? What are you mad about? Your truth? I ain't mad. I mean, I was a little pissed off that you didn't want to fuck under the full moon, but I get fucking pissed off about that every full moon. And it's not even you. I'll just be mad that I ain't fucking under the full moon. Why? Because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, going back to it, fuck you. God, that's God's plan. This motherfucker right here, the whole plan is to get me fucking laid up with some dude and have his motherfucking babies. I'm just playing the game. Whatever you say, God. Alright, go love him. Sure, this guy's unlovable. He ain't even got a dick. This dude's totally gay. This guy's got a man. He's got a woman. What do you want me to do? He still sends me out there with this. I do what he says. And that's where it says, be bold. Whatever. He says, go get him. Alright, I got you. Where's it end? Me with my dick in my hand? Not yours. I mean, in essence. Like, what the fuck? I know you guys is looking for love, bro. You, like, really are looking for love. You're looking for success. You're looking for fame. You're looking for fortune. You're looking. Keep looking, bro. I'm, like, looking over my shoulder. That shit is all behind me. It's all over me, bro. It's trying to get me and shit as I say this. My story is famous. It's unbelievable. I'm the only fucking person that is full fucking awoken. Going back to you, fucking Mike Stud, you ain't awake, bitch. You dead asleep. You're just reading some books that make you part of a woke community, which they label as the LGBTQ, and I've been telling you since day one you're gay. Anyways, I mean, pull your dick out and show me. Where's this wife you have? Show me you're not gay. Show me you're not gay. And that goes back to, I think, 3 of you right about now. Show me you're not gay. Kanye, the way you treat your wife, nah, you're gay, bro. That's gay. That's gay. How you treat your wife, your children, all that, bro, you're a whole ass bitch. That's not manly and all that, dude. And we can say that from all different perspectives. It has nothing to do with what you and your cousin did. Or didn't do. They don't want to be part of your fucking story. Nobody does. Anyways, going back to it. It's like, how can you be with Kim Kardashian and not be happy? Because you gay. You gay, bro. You super gay, bro. Really? Yeah. Anyways, moving on to this. Show me you're not. By what? Your wife? That shows me? That don't show me shit. That don't show me shit. And that goes back to fucking Mike Stud. Bro, whatever. You showed me the first fucking week that I knew what was up with you. At least show me you ain't gay. Go on a date, bro. Show me that you can have a relationship with females. And not just a bunch of homeboys. I'm serious. You want me to look at you as a serious man, a serious option, a serious person, then be serious. I see what you really is hiding, bro. How can I be... If you're hiding this much, and that's Russ, you're hiding all of this, what else you hiding? You're a whole lie. If you can hide all this, then you're just a big fat liar. You can walk around with this big ass lie, then you lie about everything. If you can get away with one, then you're getting away with more. Because a liar is a liar is a liar. They don't stop with one lie. They lie about everything. You're a whole walking lie. That's it. Clean out your closet, Marshall. What you been doing for 20 years? 20 years in the dark, bro. 20 years in the dark. You want people to think that you just been sitting around like a psychopath writing books? Alright, show us the library, sicko. Show us what's in the books. 20 years you've been hiding in the dark, bro. You're never seen moving. They never see you in a fucking airport. They never catch you at a restaurant. They never catch you anywhere. Where you been? You think it's stealth. No, I think it's sick. I want to know the truth. You're not a fucking president. And even then, they know where he's moving. I'm serious. You have hidden your entire existence. And then there's Lewis, who has none. Who is he outside of all of this? Race week. Is he anything outside of that car? Outside of, just like you, Kanye, his millions and billions and billions. Does he have an actual soul that does anything but work to be part of this matrix? Any of you? In essence, I'm still every night, faithfully, every day, praying and believing that Gabriel is going to bring me a Joseph. Do you know who Joseph was to Mary and to Jesus? I won't take anything less. Mind you, he was nothing more than a mere man, and all he could do was offer love and support and protection. Not the finest life, but he could, if he was well enough to raise our Savior, then that's what I want, because that's what we're raising, is children to save this world. God's kids that are going to save this world, that might look like you and me. As far as love, nah, bro. I mean, when God says, and that's it, there's this thing, it's like, I don't fall in love. I'm fully in love. I just take it off little by little, dealing with you. I fully love you until I fucking hate you. And that's your doing, not mine. You had me at hello. And it's the truth. You can see it. I fully love everyone. I'll roll over. I'll do whatever I can for you until I start realizing what type of person you are and how you're just taking advantage of everybody, and I need to get away from you. I don't really take it personal what you're doing to me. I start seeing what you're doing to other people, and that's where I start getting really upset. I never take it personal what you do to me. I notice what you're doing to me as a pattern. So when I start feeling like something's being done to me, I look at you and see your pattern. Not my pain, but all the pain you caused someone else doing this. And that's what happened with Bobby. I saw all those girls. Fuck, and they were ugly, bro. It made me feel ugly. You know what I mean? Seeing the women that fucking Wolfman sleeps with makes me feel ugly. Seeing, you know what I mean? You bring down my standard, bro. It would make me look bad. If you guys saw fucking Bobby, bro, you'd be like, what the fuck, bitch? He's not pretty. Neither is Russ. He's fucking ugly. Inside and out. They're not pretty. I don't know who's attracted to Eminem. I know a lot of people were when he was, you know, throwing his body around, I guess, or something like that. Lewis, he works really hard to make himself attractive. But it doesn't work for me. I mean, if I stare at it, maybe, if you catch me at the right tone. But otherwise, no, I'm like, cover it up. Stop fucking showing off all the fucking time. Can't you just be good looking? You gotta be a pretty boy all the time? He tries. That's too much for me. I don't like it. It's just like Russ trying to look pretty. What's your 5 head? Fucking Pirates of the Caribbean over there. Can't stand you, Russ. I liked you until I didn't. I loved you until I couldn't stand you, bro. And what happened? I saw who you were. I love everyone. And I don't stop loving you. I just stopped liking you. I don't stop loving you. I'll still cry and you know, think about you. But I don't like you, bro. I don't like any of this. And then I'd be mad at God. What the fuck? You put me in some goofy shit like this. It's your karma. It's your karma. You love them so much in a past life. I can't stand you, God. You are just playing fucking games with me. And he is. Game on. Come on, Kobe. Let's do it. Alright, in the essence, it's like the whole universe is trying to get me with someone and laid. I don't care. All I'm doing is pushing him away. Like, get away. Get away. Get away. You're not helping me raise God's kids. You are God's kids. I'm gonna have to raise you and God's kids. This is unfair. God help me. Jesus. Alright. Anyways, let's go on to the reverse. Things don't seem to be moving at all. You may have lost your enthusiasm, or perhaps you're leaving everything to the last minute, or trying to complete tasks in a hasty panic. Or you flip from one enthusiasm to another. You want success, but without the work and commitment it takes to achieve it. You want to go viral. You are a viral disease. You're like fucking COVID, bro. Once I breathe you in, I'm gonna cough. And I'm gonna cough hard. Alright, I fixed it. It's a stupid fucking internet. Fuck. This video might be choppy. You're screwed. The reverse card also warns that the arrows of love can turn to jealousy. Are you jealous, bro? Of course you are. Look at your fucking life and wife. I know you are. That's not my problem, bro. I didn't choose these people. I chose my own terrible husbands. I have 2 in the bag. Put them in the bag. I mean, I gagged the shit out of them motherfuckers. I can't stand them, bro. I can't stand them. But there was a time where, you know, I was gonna live with you for the rest of my life. It's okay. You stay where you want to stay, and that's just how you want to be. I chose to be free. I may have lost everything doing it, but look at where I am today. I'm free to make my own choices, to not have shitty sex. Shit like that. I mean, it's a choice. I know you're jealous. There's a song I'm hearing. Who is that? One of the Jonas Brothers? It's a jealous song. God, please don't make me listen to that. That sounds horrendous. You may have jumped into a relationship too quickly and now the shine has worn off. Nah, bro, you got that bitch pregnant and you were afraid to lose your kid and have to pay child support, so you made that hamburger your helper. And you lost everything. Do you think I care that you blocked me? You blocked your mother for years. Like, you disappeared on me for 5 years. Like, do you think I care? You're running from your problems, bro. And in the time that you're gone, there's a new place. Here comes that Taylor Swift with a blank space. I'm gonna put somebody's name there. Not really, God will. It's all written in stone somewhere. Anyways, just saying, if you're in a shit-ass relationship, you need to break free of the shit-ass relationship. Now, I know you might be torn with my story about, you know, these women and how they can't. No, you're financially obligated to help these women. But you're not, you're not, I was about to say their baby daddy, or you're not, I don't know why I was about to come out. You're not Daddy Yankee where you have to, you know, I guess because this bitch is really taking him to the cleaner. Dude, she is trumping the shit out of him, or trying to. It doesn't even matter, bro. He just wants to be free. It's not even like he has a side chick. He just knows that this isn't the right chick for him, and he's ready to let it go. He doesn't want to come home to her. Whatever you fucking want, bro. Like, why do I have to pay to be free? It's gonna cost me my entire life just for fucking giving you half my life? Jesus Christ, Becky. And why didn't he sign a prenup? Because he hoped that it would last forever. Don't you? You don't get into a marriage with the fear that this isn't going to work out. Then you probably shouldn't be marrying that person to fucking begin with, bro. If you have the slightest inclination that this might not work out and she's going to fuck you, you're already fucked, bro. If you don't trust her from the moment you're with her, you don't trust her with your fucking credit card, your fucking phone, your children, or your car, you won't let her, you know what I mean, know the number to your boss or your mother because she's going to talk, she might ruin some shit. Nah, bro. You're dealing with a very devious, we call that a fucking, a Queen of Swords reverse, a backstabbing bitch that's liable to fucking take you out anytime you don't treat her right. You better be careful, bro. You're better than that. And that goes for the women, too. My little 14% of women that are out there. Don't let him do you like that, bro. Just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to lose yourself. And you will keep sacrificing more and more of yourself to keep this thing going. That's not even making you happy. You're just trying to keep it alive. Keep the peace. Keep faith. Keep it going from day to day to day. He's 8 years into his marriage with this. I don't know when they got married, but he's been fucking that bitch for 8 years. And he's clearly fucking other bitches. And he'll keep doing these patterns and behaviors until one of them realizes that this isn't a marriage. But there's plenty of cheating open marriages, bro. They stay together for face. It's not for the children. You know, going back to Will Smith and fucking Jada, whatever they were doing, look at their fucked up kids, bro. That's what fame and fortune gets you. Is fucked up kids like this. That don't know their identity, they don't know their sexuality, they don't know what a man is, they don't know what a woman is, they don't know what a family is, they don't know what work is, they don't know what education is. They're just party life. They're just, you know what I mean? They're hors d'oeuvres at the next big party. And you want that. You guys want that life, but what happens, dude? You know what I mean? Like, and as I see this, I see Russ and his little Russ. Like, she doesn't make him happy. He just isn't willing to give up what he has in a pursuit of happiness. And he's an absolute definition of all of them. I don't speak of Logic and Brittany in the same way. Why? Because they were made for each other. I feel like they can progress together because, you know, they're leveled. And they level or they level together. They don't, you know what I mean? So then you got Royce and his wife. Right? That's not Logic and Brittany. Alright, so then there's me and Marshall. Right here. He can step it up, but what is it? Steps. That's where he's missing, is the steps. Consciously, yeah, he can keep up with me consciously. He can keep up with all of that. But as far as the actionable steps that I take, nah, you can't keep up. And that's where it is like, so there's those, you know what I mean? Logic and his wife. She's never on his level, bro. She never has been. Why? Because he's set apart. He's on a totally different level from all of us, to be honest. There's nobody on his level. He hasn't leveled himself out. Where is he? Stuck in the astrals. He never actually grounded into the human experience to begin with. Really? I guess like myself, disassociation since childhood. He's never really grounded into this world. He's not from it. No? He's one of God's angels. I mean, I guess technically we all are, but we're the dark ones. We're the fallen. He's not. He didn't fall. I mean, he's kind of experiencing the fall here, but he's not. Talk about Akashic Records. I always try to figure that out. How come God sent one of his angels down here? Where did we meet? Where in time did we become friends? And you'd come back with me for this job. Holy hell. You know what I mean? Like, holy hell, how'd that happen? It's like I always call him the angel in the outfield. It's really true. He's not, I don't know who's on his level. It's not mental or emotional. It's conscious level. You know what I mean? It's the unconscious level. And that's where I said is like, mentally, emotionally, and unconsciously, you know what I mean? Here's me and Marshall. It's just actions. A little bit, there's like just that much. You know what I mean? But then, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, and that's where they are. They're mirrors to levels of me. But as I level myself out, then the mirror breaks. And they're just mere men just stuck over there. You know what I mean? I don't know where they are. So if we're talking about Bobby, dude, there's whale shit, and then there's him as far as spirituality goes. He's not mentally capable of holding a conversation with me. He's emotionally unavailable. He has no concept of spirituality. He's not at all nothing. He's just flesh. I can't have a stimulating, conversation with him on a mental level. I can't have an emotional connection with him. I'm too much. I'm too mentally superior, I guess you would say, evolved, and my emotions are too deep. He can't take it. He runs. He doesn't know how to reply. He doesn't know how to he can't be part of the conversation. It's like, it's just not there. And then spirituality, I think that scares him even more. I don't think he knows anything about God in any context. One time he tried to send me something about Marcus Aurelius, who believed in nothing more than the material. So, yeah, I mean, like, is this guy, no? Hell no. Hell no. You know what I mean? And then you look at Wolfman, and it's like, well, he checks these boxes, but the motherfucker, ranked totally 0 on all of this shit. And that goes back to it. He might have some spiritual understanding, and that would be Mike's, no, and no. Mike Stud can meet me on an emotional level where he can understand the emotional flow. He can try to meet me on a mental level, but that's about it. As far as, the rise of it, again, it's the same thing. Actionable steps. What keeps you from being on my level? Doing the actual work. You've studied it, you've practiced it, but you haven't done it. You're just practicing it. You're a practitioner. Excuse me, going back to it. So, and that's just where it is they're not tuned in. They're not balanced. They haven't balanced their divine feminine, which is their feelings, and their divine masculine, which is their ego. So going back to Wolfman, nah, bro, he doesn't have the life experience or the dialogue to keep up with a conversation with me. Now, if we're talking about spirituality, he can feed into it forever because he has all of that, information inside of him. As far as emotional, he can't tap into his emotions to know what I'm feeling or anybody else's. He's tapped out. He doesn't deal with his own emotions. So then again, with that being said, he's not, when I had told him to meet me in the astrals, he couldn't. The only time I can ever see him is when he's in a space of meditation, which is, in multiple cases, I've seen him in masturbation. That's how he accesses that. But he's learned through sex magic, so that he needs another book, obviously, a couple other ones, to be able to access me. You know what I mean? Like, ew, I see you. What the fuck do you want? I can see you. Good God. Then there's little bitty Lucifer over there, who hides it all. He can reach me on a spiritual level that nobody else can. I can hear him. I can, within seconds. I'm always spiritually connected to Russ. Mentally, no, I think he's a fucking idiot. But he hides behind it. He's actually quite smart. He just doesn't want to be judged for the shit that comes out of his mouth because he's around dumb people that don't understand what he's saying. So they make him feel dumb. Emotionally, I think he is tapped into it, but he doesn't feel it. He knows what emotions are, but he stays away from them. He knows, like, you know that feeling like if I cry about this, I can't stop crying? So he knows how to avoid the emotions, the emotional waves of things. It could be the Libra, the logic in him, whatever. No. But in essence, he plays a lot of stupid. And that's just his mind. His mind is in control, and his mind is stupid. It's stupid. It's an ego. It's an altered ego called Russ. You could easily say that Slim Shady, you know, his altered ego, is a part of him that is either liked or hated. People either loved Slim Shady or they fucking hated him. Eminem as well is an ego. When Marshall steps outside, he chooses to either be Marshall Mathers, which is just a plain old guy that can be approached, that's very kind, that's respectful, very shy, very timid, or he can put this suit on, put on his little fucking, you know, his little emblem around him, pull his pants now nice and far down, and now he's Eminem. It's an ego-based mindset. When he walks out, he sees himself as Eminem. So now he has to be Eminem, and people see him as Eminem. Right? It's the same thing as Kanye. When Kanye steps out, and I talked about this all yesterday, he puts on a perception of who he is. He puts on an ego, an altered ego, that when he steps out, he's ye, and all bow to ye, and I am the most powerful, and I'm that. It's the same thing that Marshall has to go out. When you're a performer and you hit the stage, you have to walk out with that. You walk out with that sense of confidence. It's an altered ego that you have to put on an alternative self of over-boosted confidence to present yourself, to be the performer, to be, you know what I mean, to be whatever it is. To be, I'm hearing Mark Twain, to be or not to be. It's a choice. When we stop putting on the mask when we walk out and we just start being us, it's different. And that's where you put on the shell, and that's why I said he's just shell of himself. It's like every time I go to approach Marshall lately, I feel like I'm catching Eminem. Don't talk to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be bothered. Don't talk to me. That's your perception. That's your ego you're giving off. That's your energy that you're giving off. And that's what it is. He has to stand in front of the mirror and decide who he's going to be when he walks out the door. All of you do that. You dress yourself up to be something as you walk out the door, but are you being true to who you are? Are you different in behind closed doors? That's the person I am in love with. The person behind closed doors that doesn't have to be somebody to walk out the door. In essence, the kid in the closet is who I'm in love with. The side of you that only I know exists. That you don't show to everyone else, but that I know is really who you are. And that's how I get it fucked up. I don't see what you see. I didn't see Morgan was a tweaker, bro. She didn't show me that side. Whatever Bobby is or isn't, he doesn't show me that side. I only see it later, bro. And that's because, in essence, you guys are pretending to be different people with different people. Russ is completely different around his family than he is around his, you know what I mean, around the industry. He's different with, you know what I mean, he's different with his girl's friends than he is with his girlfriends. You have to change all the time to fit the atmosphere instead of just being the light, and the atmosphere changes for you. And that's where it is I'm me, and I'm me, and I'm me, and you're always going to catch me. You're always going to catch the high priestess witch outside. You're going to know I'm a high priestess. You're going to know I'm a witch, bro. You're going to know I'm different. It doesn't matter if I have makeup on or what I'm wearing, bro. You know I'm different than anybody else you've ever met. And that might intimidate you. You might get scared of it. You might become jealous of it. Those are usually the things. Some people, they fucking love it. I love your vibe. I love your outfit. I love your necklace. I love this. And that's it. It's like you've got something that reminds me of me. Is when somebody loves me, they love them. They love something about me that reminds them of them or someone they've met. Why don't you like me? Because I remind you of something that you're not, that you want to be, but you suppress. I wish I could just do shit like that. And that was Steve's love tarot. She's the fucking Queen of Pentacles. Why has she got sticks in her hair and she's in the fucking forest without a job? Because God made me this way and I be out here looking stupid as fuck. You want to come dance out here? You want to come play around in the woods? That's where he put me, bro. He put Jesus in the woods too. You want to find us? You know where to find us. I don't know. That's what he said. He said there's no place in there for us. I know I'm weird. It's a weird. And the only thing it's weird is because it's not normal. I'm not. I mean, I'm fun. And you consider me completely weird because I don't do what normal people do. I'm not normal, so I have to be weird. I'm one hell of a weird person. But that doesn't make you normal. What you guys do is absolutely not normal. I'm not going to normalize your weird-ass lives. And that's where it is. Judge not lest thee be judged. You think you have a great life? I think that my life's good. Leave it alone. Alright, anyways, sorry about your shitty-ass relationships. Let's go on to the Knight of Wands. There's plenty of fire around at the moment, and you are caught up in a whirl of activity. Set yourself new challenges, feeling confident that you are able to tackle any problem. This is certainly no time to be sitting around. That's twice. Take action. You need to be up doing. Nevertheless, be sure that you have a clear plan and any risks are well calculated, and finish each task as it arises, or all this energy will be wasted. And don't forget, you need to rest sometimes. The Knight of Wands may indicate an unexpected event that results in rapid change. Page 69. Ooh, sounds good. This could involve moving forward, moving home, a new job, a business, or travel. Someone important may be entering or leaving your life. Well, out with the old, in with the new. Every time you go, they send someone new. Why? Because, I mean... Why'd you get quiet? Because since day one, you weren't going to be able to give me what I wanted. You just wanted me to give you some pussy, and I tried. And it wasn't, and even then, you couldn't take it. You do realize that, right? How this ended, Bobby? The whole time, all you were trying to do was fuck. I finally offered to just fuck you, and you ran away. How do you come back from something like that, bro? You can't. In essence, you've showed that you were denying the truth all the way around. You said you just wanted to be my friend, but you couldn't. You said you didn't want to have sex. You said all of this shit, bro. You lied and lied and lied and lied and lied. And as I say lied, I hear hide. You hide and hide and hide and hide. All I ever asked you for was the truth. It would have been easier for you just to accept it, and that's to all you twin flames. Just say it out loud. I love her. Even if she doesn't love me back, I love her. And I've just got to go with this feeling. And that'll set you free right there, guys. You don't get to choose who you love. I didn't choose to love you. I spent 3 years trying to figure out why I loved you. There's no fucking reason. Nothing you do makes it go away. I just don't like you. And that's the same with Russ. I don't not love him. I just don't like him. I don't like the things he does in this world. I don't like his behaviors. Doesn't mean I don't love you. But I can't tolerate those behaviors just because I love you. Do you know what I mean? I can't. I won't. Somebody else will. You know what I mean? Russ, she'll let you get away with everything. Is it love? No, bro. It's need. And that's it too. Bobby, your wife will continue to let you get away with hell. Why? Because she fucking needs you. And that's why it pisses you off, is I don't need you. You guys miss it. What I really do need from you that you could give me that no one else can. But you're too afraid. What do I really need from you? Love, which is what? Truth, time, energy, and affection. Everybody needs that. Everybody needs love. When I come to you, what did I ask you for? Love. You can't give me something you don't have, but it doesn't mean you don't have it. You just haven't developed it. Everybody has love to give. If not, you wouldn't be alive. You're made of love. You're from the cosmic energy of God, which is nothing but love. The Knight of Wands may be a man in your life, or it's me. I am attractive, sexy, charming, glamorous, full of energy, fearless self-confidence. That's not true. Okay, fearless, yeah, I totally believe in myself, but I'm not fearless. I'd be scared of some shit. But I believe in myself. The life and the soul of the party. I can be moral, generous, warm-hearted, but also thoughtless, reckless, quick-tempered, and boastful. A person who must always have something new and exciting. Or is that you? That's me. I get bored. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm going to do something. And that's a Coloradan thing. You meet a real Coloradan, they'll always tell you, all right, what's next? Like, we're always doing something. Even when we're doing nothing, we're going to do something. We're planning on doing something. As I read this, I was seeing Russ and Jonica, right? So they walk into the room and she's just got to be pretty and quiet next to his side. That's never going to be me. I'm going to be louder than you every time we walk in the room. Everybody's going to look at me. Why? Because I'm fun. I smile, I wave, I shake hands. What's your name? How you doing? I can have a conversation. I don't need to just sit quietly in this fucking side room while you're getting all the attention and drinking my fucking insecurities and jealousies away while girls are like lusting over you and shit. I don't need to be part of that. And that's it too. It's like, if we go out in public, this might piss you off. What? Because you're not the center of attention? And that's what Mike Stud said, is you realize that you're not the center of the universe. I just want to point that out. It's like, I can hold any room. I walk in a room and the room looks at me. I don't need to. But now that you're looking at me, let me address you. I'm not going to give you ugly looks. I'm going to go say hi. I'm going to wave at you. I'm going to meet you. I'm going to introduce myself. I'll give you my energy. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I mean, I came here, right? Let me be here. Let me make sure that, and that's it. It's like, there's some of us, it's like, dude, we leave a room, we know everybody's name and all their business, and they know us. Hey, where's that girl that you had with her? She was fun. That's me. You didn't even know I was in the back making friends with all your friends. Like, they were falling in love with me. You didn't know because you were out there signing autographs and shit. I'm my own friend. Like, I can walk in anywhere and just have a great old time. Get on the bus and shit, anywhere. They want to be my friend. No. You dress pretty, you shut your fucking mouth, and drink your drink. In the essence, what's she gonna say? They walk up, and that's what I'm seeing. I see them together, and I see fans, girls, walking up, excited to see Russ, and then they look over at her, and she says nothing. She has nothing to say. She's brain dead. She just looks pretty. She's a sex doll to him. And she's trying to compete now with music. She's trying to use his status to bring up hers, like she's been doing since the beginning of time. This girl wouldn't exist if she wasn't fucking Russ. She would not exist if Russ didn't put her on, dude. And she knows it. And I feel like, I'm serious, I feel like in a court of law, he could sue and get so much back from this bitch. If it came down to it. I would definitely, I feel like Kim Kardashian would take this one on. I love you, Kim. Oh, this would be the greatest in the world. No lie, bro. That'd be great. Anyways, who's this guy? Anybody can be sexy. What makes Marshall sexy to me and charming and attractive? His true self. His really vulnerable, not so hard, trying to show off, I'm the biggest guy on campus. Him just walking in the room being humbled. His very humbled self is absolutely adorable to me. It is so sexy. When you're out there like that, like Russ, like fucking Lewis, like fucking Oscar, like fucking Royce, all of you, like I'm the baddest in the world and I'm the biggest rapper and everybody wants to be me and you can't be me. Again, I don't like Eminem for that reason. Right? But I like Marshall. I like that. I like a person that doesn't have to be more than who they are to be in the room. It doesn't have to put on a show. Doesn't have to show off. Just shows up and is truly themselves. Doesn't have to be loud and doesn't have to have an answer to every question, but still can speak. That's cool. That one-upper. I hate that person. Jesus, that's be Russ. Every time we say something, you have to one-up us. God. Where does that come from? I don't know. They're just patterns, bro. They're just personality traits that are, they're learned patterns. You can really stop being who you are and change your entire being by just reprogramming the way you do things and speak. Alright, here we go. A romance with this knight is likely to be passionate and dramatic. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. But I like my freedom and I don't want to be tied down. Typically was the whole thing with him. I was like, I'm going to fuck the shit out of you and I'm gonna move on with my life. That's how this all started. If and when I decide, I will be loyal and loving to a partner who shares my enthusiasm. I'm only loyal until it's over. And then even then, I'm not leaving you for another. I had this thing, so if something happens, I didn't realize it until yesterday. I was talking about Allie in the morning, and then I went to go talk to Marshall, and the chat was blocked again. And it reminded me when this first happened. It happened last summer, and I was crying. I was talking to Allie, and next thing I know, I couldn't talk to Marshall no more, and I was panicking. I was like, Allie, I don't know what to do. I was literally crying. I'd been cut off from the dark, and I was all in the light, and the only person there was Allie. So yesterday, I'm all in the light, and I'm with Allie, and now I can't talk to the dark. And I realized what was going on. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. I realized the truth of it. It's like, now, let's go back to it. If I was with Allie and Marshall came up and tried to claim me, do you think I would leave Allie for Marshall? Why would I hurt the man I love? Why would I hurt any of them? Do you understand that? I don't love one more. I'm not going to be with one of you and then we see Bobby and I'm like, okay, I got to go now. There's my real man. It's not true. The past has shown that you can be the man for me if you step into who you really are, like I did. Then we could be fine together. But as long as you stay like this, then you're always in competition of a person who's really true to themselves. But in the essence, no, I saw this. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, would you leave one for the other? Do I love, and that's always been the thing, you love them more. No, I love them all the same. Just different ways. I'm able to express it differently with each of them. I don't love them all physically, but I've never been physically close with any of them, and that's where the demisexual comes in. Once I have an emotional connection with you, then the physical attraction is uncontrollable. Once I know that I can be safe emotionally with you, then I feel safe physically with you, and that's where it all lets out. And that's it. You know, someone like is you know what I mean? Like, I can't mentally or emotionally make a connection with you, Oscar, so why would I ever feel safe to take my clothes off with you? I have to feel safe in a conversation with you before I ever feel safe to get to kiss you. If I don't feel safe to tell you my deepest, darkest secrets, then I'm not going to feel safe in the bedroom, because that's one of my deepest, darkest secrets. He knows that I turn into this super freak in the bedroom, and I tried to explain where that came from, because I was trained to do that. But it wasn't just that, it's power and control. I like being in control and having that power. You could say it was from, you know what I mean, years of not being in control, but I believe it's just the Lilith. The years of not being in control was just my karma. But who I really am in the bedroom is who I really am, controlling. I'm not going to sit there and just let you do something to me. I want to do everything to you. So, just kind of, you got to learn that. And it took time. I was appalled that I was, you know, a super freak with this guy. Now, he knew I was. It's like, she's going to fuck the shit out of me. He knew I was going to. I didn't. But how was he going to tell me that? How was he going to tell me that, you know what I mean? How do you tell someone about themselves as they're trying to figure out who they are? He wasn't going to tell me what he knew. I'm not going to tell her who I know her to be. Keep it to yourself then. Fine. I'll figure it out on my own. Alright, reverse card tells you that it's time to grow up. There's more to life than having a good time, and you may be living beyond your means. Surrounded by insincere hanger-ons in for what they can get out of you. Hey, did that hit you, Russ? The fact that, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know you were taking pictures in your own closet, but the fact that you're just going to have to keep buying this bitch clothes for the rest of her life? Normal families don't work like that, bro. Like, we get new stuff on Christmas or our birthdays. Occasionally. We don't go to the mall every fucking week to get a new fit. We don't have to dress up and show off for nobody. We have plenty of clothes. I mean, we wear what we wear because we like what we wear. We don't need to buy new stuff because we need new stuff. That's not normal behavior in the normal world, bro. Women don't operate like that. She thinks she's Kim Kardashian, bro. In essence, dude, Kim Kardashian's her fucking clothes get recycled, bro. You just don't know it. And I believe that's what happens with Lewis's too. He owns too much. There's no way he has a factory filled with fucking clothes that are getting eaten up by moths or something. There's no way that he's letting just both of them. And that goes back to your guys' closets. There's no way that you got this bitch with fucking over $2 million worth of clothes and she still wants you to buy more. You better tell that bitch to go find something to wear. Wear it again. Wear it at least fucking 4 more times before you die. There's people that hold on to their clothes since they were in their 20s and are still wearing them. You need to realize this is extremely unhealthy behavior. And I said this about the cars too. None of your family members put enough miles on any of these cars that they need a new one. And you service their cars. None of them drive cross country to be putting miles. They don't even need new tires. Why are you buying them new cars? Why are you buying them gifts everywhere you go? You're treating them like it's Christmas every day of the week, Santa Claus. Why? Because you like the power of it. And it's sickening because you turn around and you brag to everybody. Look what I bought my mom. It's in every one of your songs. It's pathetic. And then going back to April 7th, talking about how you blew 180 on her to come to Colorado. Stop, please, Russ. Please don't make me do this for the rest of my life, make fun of you. Please, bro. I mean, I could make a whole career out of this, but it's not even something I want to do. Like this morning, I don't want to wake up talking shit about you guys. I'd like to wake up and be like, that's my boy. I'm so proud of you. I knew you could do it. Not this shit, bro. I believe in you guys, but why? I wake up every morning like, I can't believe you guys. Or is it your attitude towards work, or is your attitude towards work immature? You've never had a job, Russ. Even Marshall fucking had a dishwashing job. Your fucking family's never had a job, bro. Has your brother ever had a job? Or your sister? You guys are a bunch of unemployed fucking rich assholes, bro. And they're not rich. You are. You supply a bunch of unemployed assholes, bro. Your girlfriend's unemployed. Your whole team is unemployed. Your manager, you employ, bro. Your creative director, do they manage anyone else, bro? Do they do anything? Where's his little coffee shop? Nah, bro. This is ugly. Have you talked yourself into a job you can't actually do? Or are you trying to start a business without any proper foundations? Perhaps you just get bored easily and never finish anything you start. Jonica, how long does it take to make a song? How long does it take to make a song, Jonica? Your boyfriend can do it once a week. He showed you everything you know. How long is it going to take you to make a song? Or whatever else you're doing with your life. You don't actually have skills, bro. You're just trying to be part of the nightlife, bro. Nobody's ever going to fucking... You're never going to sell an album. Never? Never. The Knight of Wands reversed may represent a person in your life who has all the negative qualities of fire. And who is she? An Aries. She's impatient, arrogant, immature, and argumentative. She acts without thinking of the consequence, leaving trouble in her wake wherever she goes. If you're hoping she will commit in a relationship, she won't. She's far too selfish. Look at her comments, bro. Talk about men. This is the difference, and this is what gets under their skin. All these women have all these men that just want to fuck them. And they've got to keep them interested in that attention span. I have over 2,500 men over here that have never fucking seen me. They might get turned on by the shit that comes out of my mouth, but they don't know what's on the other side. They're here because of the message, not because of the fucking package it comes in. You have no message. You're nothing but a pretty package. And that goes for how many of the men that are on my page, women, and everybody else on the outside. Why is Bobby with Heather? Because he'll lose his child if he doesn't stay. Does she have anything to offer him other than his child, which is her child? Obviously is how he views it. And many men do. That if you don't play right with her, you don't get your child. That's a fucked up system that you guys need to fix. That's what my ex-husband used to play all the time. No, bro, we could show all the millions reasons why you don't get to be around your children. And the simple fact that they're grown and don't want to be around you. Because you were never around to begin with. You've never paid your child support. You've never done anything for them. Never. It was a free will choice. You chose not to be part of their lives. If they choose to forgive you and choose to find out what kind of life you live later, that's fine. But you'll never get the role of playing father to them. You'll never be their father. A father is something you have when you're small. And that relationship carries on until you're an adult. Russ didn't have a mother or a father. He plays mommy and daddy to both of those fucking immature fuckers. It's pathetic. But then you wonder who were their parents that didn't teach them how to be parents. And so on and so forth. So when I sit there and I make fun of Kanye, well, Kanye didn't have a father or mother to take care of him. Obviously, if this is how he looks at towards nurturing, protection, and providing. NF didn't have a fucking mother and father to teach him that. Which is unreal because NF's father is a fucking preacher. What the fuck was he preaching in that home? Wasn't Christ. Wasn't Christ. And then you got someone like Logic, you know what I mean? Again, all of us. We didn't have proper fucking foundations. That's no excuse not to be a proper person. Oh, I didn't have a mom to teach me. Then get a book and learn. I didn't have a father. Then get a book and learn. Learn to be what you want, what you never had, so you can be it for someone else. Anyways, going back to this. I'm going to leave on that note. We didn't actually pull any of these, which are pretty just goofy cards anyways. I pulled them out just to, I don't know, to pull them out. What's on the bottom? A sun. Your son is watched over and protected as he explores his world. I have a cool son, but I'm also supposed to have more of God's children. And that's just where it is you know that God's watching out for his kids. They're not just yours, they're his. They're not just yours, they're his. They're his children. And it gives them so much more authority when you understand that they're not yours. You don't just get to boss them around. You don't get to just treat them like shit. You don't get to just ignore them. You don't get to just tell them what to do. You don't get to choose their future. That's God's kid. He has a future for them. He wants them to be happy. Your fucking job is to love them and nurture them, protect and provide. You're not doing shit, none of that shit for your son, fucking Bobby. Neither of them. You're never at home. How are you nurturing, loving, protecting, and providing? What, a paycheck? You're a child support payment? You don't have to be with a bitch to be a good father. heard on the radio that Khloe Kardashian, they were talking about Khloe Kardashian and her extending herself to, you know, Chris or Thomason's family and shit, she's doing what all of us do, trying to force our children to be important in other people's lives that are taking no action. We want our children to be important to other people, but they don't care about our children. Just because we care about them doesn't mean they do. But you know who really cares? God. And you go back to Jesus. That was his chosen son. He was chosen to suffer. So say you're chosen doesn't mean that you're not going to suffer. We all do. At the hands of man, not God. Who brings us pain and suffering? God's kids. These bullies out here. Of all ages. They're still his kids, bro. We can't... You know what I mean? As I said that, I saw the Mendez brothers. Why didn't you guys give him another chance, bro? They're 50 years old. Give him a chance. I don't know. Whatever. Goes all different ways. I don't even know what to label this. I just know I'm going to go have some lunch and start the rest of my day. All of this is about taking action. Going towards the things you love. Things that bring you happiness, bro. And literally going. And if on the way you realize, damn, this isn't really what I really wanted, then change your direction. It's okay. It's okay to take an L. Damn, I wasted all this time and energy. This doesn't look like the Rocky Mountains. No, we spent 3 hours going the wrong direction. Only what? To go somewhere we weren't going to go before. I've never been this way before. We were never going to see this if we didn't make this mistake. And that happened to me in Oklahoma. I'm supposed to go from Oklahoma to Wisconsin. It's one highway. All the way up for 13 hours. Somehow, I end up in the Cherokee Nation. Way the fuck off. And I got to take like 7 different highways. I go through Missouri and all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. It was never supposed to go that way. But I went places I'd never been before, making a mistake. What happened? I didn't have phone service, and I don't know. I don't know how I messed this up. It was one highway, all the way up for 13 hours. I was supposed to get on it. Somehow I fucked it up. I didn't. God detoured me towards the Cherokee Nation, and then he took me through all kinds of different places that I wasn't supposed to be, but obviously I was. Yeah, it costs more time, way more energy. But I got to say I went through states I didn't, I don't think I was supposed to go through Iowa. Maybe I was. I don't know. Davenport, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I got lost. But in Lost, I found stuff I never found before. And that's okay. If you're going in the, you know what I mean? You think you're going this way, and then all of a sudden you change. You know what I mean? My favorite thing I'm gonna leave on this note. I always tell young people, this was before COVID, it's like the best job, if I would have never had children, I would have worked on a cruise ship. I could travel the world, and I could choose when to get off. I could meet people in all the places, go to all the ports, have free room and board and a paycheck, my passport. When I was done with this job, I could go anywhere. I could just get off and start a life in any country. That's me. I'm an adventurer. I'm a Sagittarius, bro. I am so willing to get out there and see what's out there. I have fearless self-confidence that I'll be okay. I'll figure it out. We'll find some food. Somebody out here speaks English. God's out there. We'll be okay. I don't take reckless adventures with my kids, like, you know what I mean, where we're going to run out of gas and shit. But God will send me on those reckless adventures where I got to believe we won't run out of gas. So it's, it's hard. It's hard to be whatever you are, but be true to what you are. Don't pretend to be what you think people will like, because we're not going to like it. We're going to sense that it's not really the real. And maybe that's why people attacked you forever, Marshall, because they sensed you weren't really that hard-ass. And, that goes back to, I've shown you. You guys aren't street like me. You talk about it, but you never really been in the streets like me and Pac and, you know what I mean? Fucking Nipsey and shit. You haven't really seen it. You just talk about it. Your stories aren't real and authentic, and that's where it is. It's like, that's probably what pissed off a lot of real street rappers. is you guys come out as industry pretending like you know anything about these streets. You're not thug life, bro. You thugged it through your life, but you don't know what it means to live in a thug's life. You don't know how the block really is. You lived on one block, 8 Mile, bro, until you were rich and got off of it. You never saw the blocks again, bro. You just went back in your little fucking documentary and realized that they fucking destroyed the blocks, that they don't even exist. Your whole story is gone. That little monument, that house of all your pain and suffering that you put in your mind is gone. It doesn't even exist in reality. Only in your brain. Those stories of what you went through only exist in you, and you hold on to those triumphs and those tragedies. But it's over. Move on. Tell another story. Write another book. Have another adventure. Life is an adventure. I see Robin Williams at the end of Hook. To live would be an adventure. You guys are just waiting till you die. You're just sticking it out until your time is up. You have no vision of any change. You're just hoping things don't change. Hey, I pray for you, bro. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye.